Hello, I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and today I'm going to show you some mental strategies that are going to help you to lower your golf score. So if this is your first time to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about helping you to play better golf and lower that golf score. And one of the best ways to lower your score is to click on the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and then you're notified of every video that I release. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. So as I said, today we're going to look at some mental strategies that are going to help you to lower your score. This does not involve any swing change in any way, shape or form. This is all about the 15th club in the bag, mental strategies. So the first mental strategy I'm going to give you is that you really should develop a game plan for golf. You don't want to just stand on the first tee, hit it, go find it, and then work out what you're going to do based on that shot. Before we tee off, we should be really thinking about our game plan. What is it we're trying to achieve and what is the best way of achieving it? So for instance, if your goal is to break 110, so if you've never had under 110 before, if you can have a double bogey on every single hole, you're going to have, assuming the par is 72 of course, you're going to have 108. So if you can get on all the par 3 holes for 3 shots, 2 putt, get on all the par 4 holes for 4, 2 putt, get on all the par 5 holes for 5 and 2 putt, you have a double bogey on every hole, you shoot 108. So when I say it that way, it doesn't seem so hard, does it? So if your goal is to get under 100 and you've never ever had under 100, now we're assuming the par's 72 again. So the key to breaking 100 is if you can have 9 bogeys and 9 double bogeys, that's going to give you a score of 99. So on the 9 most difficult holes on the golf course, you're allowed to be on the par 3s for 3, the par 4s for 4, the par 5s for 5, 2 putt. On the 9 easier holes on the course, you've got to be on the par 3s for 2, the par 4s for 3, and the par 5s for 4, and 2 putt. If you do that, you have 9 double bogeys, you have 9 bogeys, that gives you a score of 99. So we just devised a strategy on how we're going to do it. It doesn't involve changing your golf swing. It's a case of prioritizing where you want to be. If you have trouble in bunkers, don't hit in the bunker. Avoid the bunkers. Hit a club short of the bunker so that even if you mishit it, there's no way you can get in that bunker. And if you can do those sorts of things and think them through, it's going to help. Use Google Earth to help map out your way around a course, and I've mentioned that before in a video. It's a great strategy to use Google Earth. You can really see how far it is that you can hit it. You can map your way around quite easily. It's available on a PC and it works really well on an iPad. I prefer the PC, it just gives me a few more drawing tools. It's a bit accurate, nothing wrong with the iPad either. So if your goal is to break 80, you actually need 7 bogeys and 11 pars. That gives you 79. So you probably have 3 or 4 pars around now. So depending on what your handicap level is. So we just got to eliminate those triple bogeys and double and quadruple bogeys. They're the ones that kill you. You don't have to have birdies. It's great if you do, but we just think about how we're going to have our 7 bogeys and our 11 pars. We use the same strategies that I've spoken about earlier. And if you can do that and develop that game plan and improve it, refine it, think about what club you're going to use from the tee, where are you going to hit your second shot to give you best access to the green, and so on. Think your way through it. I think you'll find you'll get a better result. This next one cost me an awful lot of money to learn. It's so simple when I tell you, very difficult to do in practice. But you've really just got to play this game one shot at a time. The older I get and the more I play, the more I realise golf is a game of chess. We're trying to position the ball in a part of the fairway that makes our next shot the easiest. But you can't get too far ahead. So we have to try and think about what that next shot is, and you've got to stay on that shot. Don't think, gee, I've had a bad round. I've got a good birdie opportunity coming up in a couple of holes' time. If you catch yourself doing it, stop yourself. It's natural that that thought comes in, but just get rid of it say, yep, I'm not thinking ahead. What's my next shot? I've got about 150 into the flag, there's a bunker left, and just process how you're going to attack that shot. Try and stay in the present as much as you can, one shot at a time. And the other one, of course, is to try and play each shot on its merits. Don't let your score dictate what your shot is. If you've developed a game plan, stick to the game plan no matter whether you're having your best score or your worst score. Really just stick to that game plan. So we just got to try and stay in the present as much as we can. Don't think about what's just happened, that double bogey or the 4-putt that you just had. Don't think about what's coming up. I've got a good birdie or eagle opportunity up here. I can string a few pars together. Don't think of that. Just stay on the very next shot, which is very similar to the last one, but just stay present, not past, not future, present. If you can do that, you're really going to be finding yourself ahead of the game. Okay, this next one's a big one. And once again, it cost me a lot of money to learn it. When I was playing, I was trying to be Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan was famous for ignoring people on the way around. He didn't see them. It could be his best friend who was in the gallery, and he could walk straight past him and not even see him. So I thought that was the model that we had to use. So I tried that. But the problem is, in our brain, we have a battery. And the battery of concentration doesn't last 18 holes for most people. There are rare exceptions. Ben is definitely was one of those exceptions. My brain couldn't be switched on for the whole 18 holes, so I'd get to about 12 and I'd run out of juice. So what I had to learn to do is I would have to learn to switch my concentration on and switch my concentration off. So when I got within 20 metres of the ball, that's when I switched on my concentration. I would be thinking lie of the land, distance, what the wind was doing, all of the factors that I needed to concentrate on, I would be thinking of. Once I hit the shot, I had about 5 to 10 seconds where I could admire the shot, curse myself, not too hard, but more on that later. But I had 5 to 10 seconds where I could hold on to that shot, whether it be good or bad. After that, I would switch my concentration off. I would talk to my caddy, and we'd talk about what movies we'd seen, what the latest song was, a latest book. We just do anything that we could to distract ourselves. But once we got within 20 metres of the ball, bang, switch it on. So if you do that, your battery is going to be conserved and it'll easily get around 18 holes. It took me a long time to be able to get good at switching the concentration on and switching the concentration off. And in learning it, I did make a lot of mistakes and I ran out of juice a few times. But if you can start training your brain that way, just to turn it on 20 metres from the ball, switch it off 5 to 10 seconds after you've hit that shot, I think you're going to find you're going to make a lot less mental errors and you'll finish a little bit fresher. And probably the biggest one, and this is the biggest mistake I see, is people are really unkind to themselves. You've probably done it yourself. You stand up there and you hit a bad shot and you say, you are hopeless. You're never going to be good at this game. You mutter and curse at yourself. You would speak to yourself in a way that you would never speak to another person on the planet. I think we need to be a lot kinder to ourselves and not admonish ourselves and say, you're never going to be good, you're dumb, you're stupid, all these bad things that keep coming in. We're all guilty of it. I've done it myself. Try and be kinder and just say, look, I didn't hit that very well. I tried, I didn't hit it very well. Let's see if we can do better on the next shot. Don't go negative. Be as positive as you can. And sometimes it's hard to be positive when you're having a bad day. But really, be kind to yourself. Treat it like a dear loved one. Would you talk to your child like that? Would you talk to your wife like that? Be really kind to yourself. Think positive thoughts. Stay positive. And if you can do all of these little mental tricks, I know, and you get better at it, I know you're going to lower that score. And that's what everyone should be focusing on. The best ways to lower the score, and none of these involve any change of technique, no swing changes. You're just improving how you think around the golf course. So what other things have you thought of? If you think of something else, leave a comment down below. Everyone can learn from your comments. I'd love to hear. Thank you for letting me help you with your golf. I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.